At a Senate Help Committee hearing on October 22nd, lawmakers turned their attention to the ongoing Machinists strike at Boeing. Senators Bernie Sanders and Josh Hawley pressed Joshua Arnold, a shop steward at Boeing, on the growing hardships faced by striking workers, particularly the burden of steep healthcare costs. Watch the full exchange unfold right here.
Mr. Arnold, you and your coworkers, as I understand it, have been on strike for 80 days now. And as I hear it from you, Boeing has not come to the table with a serious offer. What does it say? How do your workers, your fellow workers, feel when Boeing could afford to pay its CEO, Mr. Ortberg, more than $18 million in compensation for just 4 months of work, as I understand it? $18 million for 4 months, but apparently they just don't have enough money to sit down with the union and negotiate a fair contract. What does that say to the workers at Boeing?
Thank you for your question, Senator Sanders. Well, it tells us that they don't value us. It tells us that they're seeking to maximize shareholder value by limiting inputs like wages for laborers. That's us. So we produce the value, but we don't get any piece of that value, or as little of a piece as they can allow to get by with.
Now, as I understand, you guys are producing some of the most sophisticated airplanes in the world, fighter planes in the world. Is that correct?
That's correct, Senator.
You got some really skilled workers doing enormously important work, right?
That's correct, Senator. And not only that, a lot of our members have to maintain security clearances, which is no small feat in and of itself.
All right, what has been the impact of this strike on workers at the plant?
Thank you again for your question, Senator. The impact on the workers on the plant is that they've had to go for 6 paychecks without any income. They've sought alternative jobs. Their health care has been cut off, so they've had to seek.
Say that again. I mean, you guys had decent health care under the previous contract, and Boeing did what?
They cut our health care off, sir. And when they cut our health care off, we had to find alternative means. So those who have spouses that work maybe were able to get on their spouse's care, but a lot of them had to pay $2,500 a month to get COBRA coverage, which is not very affordable when you're receiving $300 a week in strike dues or strike pay.
Mr. Arnold, if I could just start with you. It's good to see you. I want to start by thanking you for your service to our nation. I think you're an Army veteran, is that correct?
That's correct, Senator.
Did 24 months deployment combat tour in Iraq. Thank you for your service to this country, and thank you for your continuing service to the country. Now you're dedicating your life and your skills to building the most advanced and capable military aircraft in the world. Let's just talk a little bit, though, about the company that is currently not giving you, your fellow machinists, what they deserve. You've been on strike now for, it's about 12 weeks?
That's correct, Senator.
And in this 12 weeks, the Boeing Corporation has cut off your wages, of course, cut off your medical care. You were saying to Senator Sanders a moment ago, and I just want to make sure that I understand this and that everybody else hears it too. You don't have any medical care right now, so what's that mean? I mean, how are you going to be, if somebody gets sick, you got a kid who's sick, what do you have to do?
So thank you for your question, Senator. That means you're going to have to pay out the wazoo. If you have to go to the hospital or if you have to give any sort of medical care, God forbid you have an injury or hurt yourself, doing your normal routine or fall down some stairs, you're going to be up the creek without a paddle, as they say.
You have to go and get, if you want to have any kind of insurance, you got to go and get COBRA, right? And you said that costs what?
$2,500 a month, Senator.
$2,500 a month. Now, what is it that you're getting? You're getting nothing in salary. What is it that you're getting in support from the union and from the local? I mean, what are your workers able to get?
The strike pay right now, if you work one strike shift, you get $300 a week. I work 12 hours once a week as a strike captain, and then that gets me $300 for the week.
$300 a week, and just to buy medical care, basic care for your family is $2,500 a month, and that's before you got to make rent. I assume you got to buy groceries, you got to buy gas. This is really unbelievable. It's just unbelievable to me. Just tell us and tell everybody who's listening to this what it is you're asking for, because if you listen to these Boeing executives, and believe me, I've heard from them. All the machinists are so unreasonable. It's all unreasonable. My answer to that is we got 3,000 plus Missourians who have been loyal to this company for years. You've been with the company over a decade, if I remember correctly.
That's correct, Senator.
So, to me, it's incredible for these people in the C-suite who make unbelievable sums of money and who, by the way, have strip mined this company for parts. I mean, you talk about what they have done to Boeing, this proud American company, and we're very proud of it in Missouri. I mean, our contribution to Boeing is second to none. This is a company whose planes have literally been falling out of the sky in pieces in recent years. Why is that? I think we all know why. It's because they won't commit to safety standards, they won't pay their workers well, but they pay their CEO and their C-suite more than ever before. I think the last guy got paid $38.5 million in a single year when they were testing the safety of their doors with cheesecloth and Dawn dish soap, if my memory serves. So just tell the nation here today what it is that you're asking for.
Thank you for your question, Senator. We're asking for a halt to the pay freezes. We had an 8-year contract from 2014 till 2022 where we had pay freezes for the top of scale. And if you're not getting a pay increase, you are getting a pay cut in your real buying power. And then we had a 3-year reprieve in the last contract with no pay freezes. And then this new offer, every offer that they've given us had 2 years of pay freezes. In addition, they took away our pension plan in the 2014 contract. And since they're taking that away, we would like to have an improvement to our 401k plan so that we have an opportunity to potentially have a retirement with dignity. And all we're asking for is the same plan they offered to our members in Washington State, which is a 100% match. Additionally, the bonus that was offered, the signing bonus that was offered to Washington State and North Carolina was $12,000. They offered us $5,000, and they said if you don't take this offer, you will never see $5,000 again. To work at a company, when I started in 2014, it was $11 an hour that they started people out at. And I had to work my way up, working multiple jobs until I got enough raises per the union contract to be able to only work one job. And when you're doing that and working on multi-million-dollar aircraft, there's a little bit of a cognitive dissonance that happens there.
Sounds like to me what you're asking for is pay that keeps up with inflation, allows you to keep your head above water, do something for your family. You're asking for a decent retirement. You mentioned the machinists who struck in Seattle. They got a 38% general wage increase over 4 years, a $12,000 one-time ratification bonus, or a $7,000 bonus plus a $5,000 401k contribution. I'm delighted for them, and that sounds like a good contract. Are they offering you anything like that?
No, Senator.
Yeah, I'll just end with this, Mr. Chairman. I know that my time has expired. I want to say thank you, Mr. Arnold, and I hope that you'll take the message back to everyone who's out there striking, that we stand with them. I want to see you get the contract that you deserve. And I also want to say, for those of us who consider ourselves to be pro-family, you can't be pro-family if you can't make a wage you can support a family on. We've got to be able in this country to have good-paying jobs where people like you and those other 3,000 Missourians can earn a wage where they can support a family. That's what pro-family policy looks like, and I thank you for fighting for that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
For more congressional news, stay tuned to Congress Clips, and thanks for watching.